last we left off, you guys got your ass kicked.
Sounds about
And
right.
you ended up waking up in the cellar of a nice couple that Flint knew. I mean, Eberin or slash Florissa, whatever the name you were going under at the time was, I forget.
Everine.
That one. And you essentially decided to work with a few sort of members of the town to take down the cleavers. And with that, they let you all rest up for the rest of however long you needed, and I'm gonna say we're gonna begin at about the point when you all are done resting and your wounds are all healed. So you're all not dead anymore.
Hooray!
Yay, not dead.
And the group sort of pulls together enough stuff to be able to give you enough sleeping bags for each of you, and enough food for about a 3-day journey. They also give you a very shitty cart with a very old donkey on the end of it.
Redonkulous!
Did we just name the donkey?
I'm gonna call it Redonkulous! It's so cute!
Okay then, I guess that's what it's named.
I'll just go with it.
Yes, my third campaign with the Redonkulous. It continues!
Oh god.
Got it. Never have a donkey happen ever.
It will always be named Redonkulous.
Hey,
it could be worse.
Three campaigns? 3 campaigns? Seriously?
My very first tabletop, I got a donkey and I named it Redonkulous.
We could name it after various toilets, like actual Critical Role.
That's God, why? Okay, so you're given a really, really crappy cart with Redonkulous on the end. He's a very old donkey. And as much as Eberine sort of loves on him, he really does not seem to be all that happy about it.
It's Flory Sub.
Okay, as much as Florissa loves on him, he never seems to care. And as you all have this new donkey, Redonkulous, and the cart, you all, as you're packing all the stuff up, and hold on, give me a second to find a name. Hold on, because I don't remember the character's name.
It's been a while.
It's morning at this time, correct?
Yes, it is morning.
Which one are you looking for? There's I know the blacksmith and the priest name. I know the tavern keep's name.
The one kid's dad.
So not
Wait,
John.
oh, wait, no.
Lucas's dad?
No. Lucas's father, yes.
Yeah, you never gave us a name.
Yeah, I don't think-
Exactly,
yeah.
that's the point. I was just trying to remember the boy's name so I could remember to call him such and such father.
Oh, fair enough.
Aha.
Lucas's father still never tells you his name. He hands you a map that is very crudely drawn of what appears to be the surrounding area, and he tells you, he points through sort of a big thicket of woods, and he tells you, back in my day, me and my old group used to run around. I remember one time we cleared out some skeletons from a tomb. They won't be there, but something probably will. You should start there. And he basically tells you where to go, and he tells you how to get there, and wishes you luck.
Well, thank you for all your help.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. And he walks away.
I think he's shy.
Mm.
He
I
hears that.
think-
He hears that over his shoulder. Goes, "I'm not shy."
I think he's a tsundere.
What? I don't even know what that is, but
Tsundere.
okay. I don't think my dwarf knows what the heck is Just FYI.
Not like a leggy or anything, but baka.
Oh. Oh God.
Moving on.
Let's not make your bard a otaku.
I think he's a tsundere. Okay, either way, moving on. You guys begin traveling. Any y'all do anything?
Oh, this is so exciting! A very first adventuring mission! This is awesome!
You are very excitable.
Well, it is
How much
exciting!
room is in the cart?
In the cart, it's like 1 by 5 feet.
So pretty small.
Yeah, it's really small. It can barely hold. It can hold like 1, maybe 2 people in the front, and then barely the rest of you in the back with the
Okay.
supplies.
Okay. I mean, we almost died, and I'm glad we're still alive, but I don't know if I'm excited about all of this.
Well, yeah, that part was scary, but it's over now.
Good.
Now we can be great adventurers and come back and beat them up.
Did say we should leave.
Well, we kind of that kind of didn't work out, but would have been the smarter thing to do, I suppose.
Clearly.
So what do you think is going to be in there? If not skeletons.
Oh, who knows? Sounds like no one's been there for a while, so could be anything, I guess.
Anything.
What do you think would be in there?
I bet. I bet there's a unicorn. Maybe. Maybe an evil unicorn. Who knows?
An evil unicorn?
You said anything.
Fair enough. I
Either
don't
that or
think we
maybe a
want to.
zombie.
I don't think we want to fight an evil unicorn, though. Just, as a suggestion.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I
want to
don't really
fight
like
that,
unicorns, evil
but I'd
ones
pay
are
to
tough.
see that.
Certainly be interesting. I've never heard of an evil unicorn, but
That's why it's the imagination.
you've certainly got one of those.
All right, I would like. Who would like to make the survival check to see if you can go through? You begin to enter the actual woods part of where you are. So who would like to make the survival check? Essentially, who's steering the wagon?
Right.
It would be either self Aloric or Damon. Soon,
Yeah.
Or Florissus in the back.
Yeah. So. I
Who has the
mean,
better survival?
yeah, so I have reasonably decent survival, so I guess I'll make it. Click. Yeah, that's a good roll. I'll take that.
Good choice anyway.
All right, yeah, no. With a 17, you guys keep on going. You're definitely very scared by. Well, one of you is probably scared by the woods when the trees sort of enclose atop you and everything gets a little darker, and you start hearing random noises, the patter of feet, the leaves bristling, a few noises that don't entirely sound natural.
Well, this is starting to turn a little creepy.
I guess it wouldn't be an adventure without that. Ursula will go up and kind of try to reach out forward and give Redonkulus a few pats. It's okay, friend. We'll take care of you.
Redonkulus seems to not care about anything that's going on, is just continuously walking.
Redonkulus is also Sundari.
Oh, God.
How long do you think it'll take us to get there?
Did we get a sense of how long it would be from?
It would take you about 2 days, 1 day
Okay.
there and 1 day back.
Oh, okay, so 1 day there, and then if we return, it's a day back. Okay.
Yeah.
Would we be getting there fairly late?
You would probably be getting there you'd probably get close enough camp and then get there the next morning.
Okay, that's what I was figuring. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I really want to go in at night. I can't really see.
Well, that's unfortunate, but I mean, there's always the option of lights. But yeah,
See, but only so far.
I don't necessarily favor going into a cave full of unknown things at night either.
Yeah, that's not the best idea.
Perhaps we make camp and finish our trek in the morning and have a full day. Though caves, not going to be a lot of light anyway. This was a cave, right?
He
I have
he
this
said he
vague
went down something, but I don't think he actually said if it was a cave.
Okay, I had this vague recollection of the word cave, so that's why. We might need lights regardless because we don't know where we're headed, but I prefer daytime as well.
You all continue traveling through this very, very creepy part of the woods. And it never entirely it doesn't. When you first went in, you could still sort of turn back and see the light from the entrance of the woods. But now you seem to sort of be in the middle of it, and it really doesn't seem like there's any exit besides just continuing on.
One-way path.
That makes it easier.
It's a little ominous, though. One way in, one way out. Though I guess nothing can sneak up on you so easily.
Let's just have one person watch up front. You, Ulork, driving.
Yeah, and one
Someone
person
in the back.
watch behind.
It's me. I'm already back here. She quickly turns around and just starts staring out into the back. Just squinty eyes, I got this.
She's sort of mutters quietly to herself, she's going to be an interesting one to travel with.
I'd like to think so.
Damon,
May you live in interesting times.
Damon, what is Telraza doing this whole time?
He's probably going to be himself as small as possible while also still watching all these strange new people.
Okay, then. What is everybody's passive perception?
13.
13.
Great question. Oh, 13, yeah.
13 as well.
Sea of 13.
All right, you all sort of notice this as you're going. There's small, tiny bones that have sort of been that are all attached to something, like all up in the trees, that are all sort of attached to something, that all sort of like dangle like wind chimes, and they make the sound of wind chimes as they sort of hit each other as the wind blows. And you see one, and then the more you look, you see 2, 3, 4. They seem to be spread out a lot.
Really hope those are animal bones. Please be animal bones.
That's unsettling. What would leave those around?
How do they make noises like metal when they're not metal?
I mean, do they sound that much like metal?
No, they sound like
Okay.
wind chimes
Okay.
made out of bone.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like you would say that anyway. Or be like,
That's true.
That's not what metal sounds like.
Well, I guess so. I haven't really crossed swords with people a lot.
Fair enough.
These chimes like scattered about, or are they kind of lined up?
They're
Hidden
scattered
somewhere?
about randomly
Okay.
in the treetops. Some are high up, some are a little closer to you. There's one at like a little farther in front of you that is on a low-hanging branch. Could maybe grab it if you tried.
Do we see? Is there anything at all indicating that someone or something has been here that could have put those up?
Besides the wind chimes that are up, you don't entirely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't see any real evidence of anything living around there, or at least you can't see it now.
When we draw closer to the lower hanging chime, Lorik would try to take a closer look, not like pull it off the tree, but see if there's anything distinctive about it other than small bones made into a wind chime.
Make a perception check. I'd say with advantage because you're so close.
I mean, sure, I'll roll it twice. Yeah, 22.
Okay. The bones, as you sort of look at them, there are marks on them. There are 2 different set types of marks. There are what appear to be teeth marks, as if these bones have been chewed on, and then there are strange sort of writing written on them. What languages do you speak?
Just Dwarven in common.
Then you do not understand the language.
Look to the others. Does anyone want to take a closer look at this? There's something written on them, but I have no idea what.
Sure, I'll take a look.
Guess I'll turn around and shift up to Eberine. I suppose I can take a look.
All right. What languages does everybody who's looking speak?
I speak Common, Infernal, Elvish, Celestial, and Sylvan.
Yeah, Elvish Sylvan.
Damon, are you gonna take a look?
Sure.
Or what languages do you speak?
Common and undercommon.
None of you know what this says.
Nothing here either, sorry.
Well, I'm not keen to move strange bone wind chimes. I don't know what you guys think, but I kind of want to leave them alone.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what we do with them.
Just keep an eye out. Something put these up at some point.
Yes, of course. And then she'll turn back and go back to looking out back where Florissa had been.
Anything that uses bone to like this is. I don't want to be surprised by it.
I'm going to say Alaric, since you rolled so high in your perception check, you notice that there are 2 different sort of sets of wind chimes. The one you just looked at was small bones with the writing on it.
Mhm.
And while you can't entirely get a close enough look at some of the others, they appear to be bones again, but also teeth intermixed with it, and long, sort of pointy teeth. With what you can now identify as writing, but you can't see if it's the same writing as the one on the. They're on the small bones are basically sort of on the right of the forest. Small bones and teeth are sort of on the left.
Look back and forth and say, there's two types. This is everyone keep an eye out. This is a little more than a little unsettling.
Perhaps two things looking for territory against each other?
We might be wandering into the dividing line in their territory. That doesn't sound like the safest place to be.
No, I suppose not.
Before we came here.
It's possible. It's also possible they're still somewhere in the area.
Would anyone know maybe like a natural or some kind of like what creature might do something like that, or what type of any sort of like history, nature?
If anybody wants to give me a case for a skill they want to use to try and figure out what this is, they can go on ahead.
Would I?
Any stories Erin or Florissa would have heard about creatures that did this or like left this kind of mark on their territory?
Yeah. Let me just try and think of what skill that would be. I'd say that would be either history or arcana, depending on which one you want to use.
I was gonna ask.
Go Arcana, but they're the same anyway.
17. Probably maybe something tribal in nature. You can't entirely ascertain which of the many things that would dwell in a dark, creepy forest and would have territorial ideas and be able to make such things as wind chimes. There are many things. There are kobolds, there are goblins, hobgoblins, a lot of things. You're not sure which these would really belong to, Clarissa.
Due to the amount of books that Vaughn has read, could he take a look at this?
Yes, that would be a history check. Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, they are. You're really just drawing a blank. There's something you may have learned about at one point in time, but that's about it.
Well, everyone just keep an eye out. Not much else we can do, I don't think. We certainly can't just turn around and go home. Well, not home, back, I suppose.
Only way to go is forward. Just keep an eye out in the back and keeping watch for anything coming out of the trees or anything that.
Yeah, and as Alaric steers the cart, he's doing the same, just keeping an eye out for everything, anything.
All right. Alaric, make a perception check.
Okay.
And Flint, are you doing the same?
Yes.
Then you as well.
Nope, that was not a good perception check. Neither of us is good at perception suddenly.
Distracted by wind chimes.
Yeah, right.
These wind chimes, they are just so intriguing.
I wonder what kind of tribes would go against each other with these.
Clarissa, you're just there trying
This
to
one's Eberine,
remember.
sorry. I'm trying to change the
Goddamn.
voice as much as possible.
Eberine, you're just sort of there trying to remember any of the things you've learned. Ulrich, you're just thinking this is bad and you should really get out of here as quickly as you can and move on.
That's fair.
And neither of you end up really watching where you're watching behind you or where you're going. So, as you keep moving, it's been a few hours. It is much later in the afternoon and the sun is getting ready to set. And you finally see in front of you a bit of light that opens up into a little clearing of trees. Nothing spectacular. It's really basic, but it's a circular clearing of trees, and there appears to be a bit of a pond in the middle, and a few 2 trees in the middle, and it definitely appears like it is beginning to be night.
Well, this seems as good a place to camp, well, the best place to camp we've seen. And I don't want to keep traveling at night.
Yes, it's probably for the best. Well, as long as we can keep away from any mosquitoes, I think we should be all right. Stay away from sleeping by the pond.
All right then.
Well, if you could point on the map where you guys choose to sleep.
I just have a
Gotcha.
white grid.
Yeah, it's just the grid.
Oh wait, what? God damn! I thought I figured this out.
You just have to move the players.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
little player's flag, and if you drag it to the right thing.
Okay, hold on. What? Okay. Oh wait. Oh my God. That's what that is.
Yes, that's exactly. It took me
Okay.
it took me a long time to figure that out as well, so I totally.
I had been wondering what that was for so long. It just said start players, and I was like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, that way you can be on a tab making an adjustment without us seeing it.
Okay. Are you seeing the map now?
Yes, I see
Alright.
the map.
Where do you decide to sleep?
So is the sort of off to the side, how close are the trees to the side we're seeing that where the map ends?
What do you mean?
Well, so there's the pond, and then there's a line of trees up sort of to the top of the map, right?
Mhm.
And then to my right on the map, over here.
Yeah.
See that? It's the end of the map. I just want to know how close are the trees to the edge of the map.
It's like another 10, 20 feet.
Okay. Then yeah, I'd say probably around where I don't remember which one's Eberine and which one's
Eberine.
Clarissa.
This one's Eberine.
They'll take a while, I think, for everybody to learn.
Yeah, sorry. Older one's Eberine, younger one's Florissa.
Around there.
Damon, do you have a token?
I'm not sure.
I used one last time that I might be able to use for you if I can find it. All right. Damon, can you control that token? I have no idea if it works like that or not.
I cannot.
Okay.
That is permission.
Yeah, you have to go into the permissions. click on it and click on the gear token, the little gear. Somewhere
Yeah.
in there should be a allow control.
Controlled by Damon. Now, can you control it? Damon, can you control it now?
Yes.
All right, there we go. All right, who will be staying up for watch?
I mean, Aloric will take a watch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Everyone would suggest swapping out the watches.
All right, so
I think the
Aloric
first-
and who?
I will.
All right, so Aloric and Vaughn. Who's going first?
Are you for first watch and second watch? Is that what we're?
Yeah.
You want to do 2 and 2?
Yeah, that seems sensible. If
Yeah.
we just split it up, so a pair and a pair. That way, one person isn't. So
Figure those two can
You
take
wanna-
first watch and
why don't we take first watch and then Eberine and. Do we know your character? Do we?
yeah.
Damon, do you have a character name, or is that your character name?
The character name is Telraza. I don't know.
Don't know
how-
if we know.
Yeah,
You know
how
it.
he interacted with him last.
It was
session.
it was the one thing he actually said when I was controlling him the first game.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right. Okay, so Vaughn and Aloric first watch, and Everine and Telraza second watch is, I think, where we.
Sounds good.
All right, so Ulrich and Eberine for the first watch.
Aloric and Vaughn.
Oh, okay. All right. Who wants? Yeah, one of you can roll survival with advantage, or you both can roll.
Um,
I
Any
think you
preferences?
should roll with.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Survive. You said survival.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. 22. Okay, hold on. Let me just find out how to roll percentile die on this. I assume that would be slash r 1d100.
I would assume.
High or low?
Want me to pick high or low?
Yep. Just say high or low.
Low.
All right. As you two are up for watch, it's a really quiet night. Until you begin to hear something in the woods. I'd say, down a little lower around this area. And it gets louder. Not like it's coming towards you, but like something is fighting something.
Very
And
quiet.
you hear running, and then eventually it stops.
Did you
Eberine.
hear that?
Did.
We should keep quiet. And I don't know what's going on out there, but I don't want to get involved unless we have to.
Let the others know. Just leave them be for now.
Leave them be for now, but be ready to wake them if we need to. Seems like it's quieted down.
You hear past like this tree and past like just sort of some stuff that's in your way. You begin to hear some stuff moving around, and you hear crunching.
Maybe we wake them up.
I'll I'll start shoving. Tal. What's your name, Damon?
Character name is Telraza.
Talraza. Start shaking Talraza awake.
Yeah, Lark does the same with Everine, but is, going shh.
What happened? Is everything all right?
Here's some crunching sounds. Something's going on over there, and I don't want us to catch us all by surprise.
It's the sound. It's the sound of the sound turns from just crunching to a snap, and then
Well,
and then
thank
more
you for letting
crunching.
us. That is an interesting sound, to say the least.
Sounds.
Maybe canine?
Yeah, is there like does anyone know nature for that?
Yeah, no, my nature is terrible.
I'll just sit up and keep an eye on things in that direction and get the loot just in case there's magic needed. The loot ukulele, technically.
Ulrich moves a little tiny bit closer to see if he can see anything, but not close enough to.
All right.
Probably can't see anything. So.
Where do you move?
It's like a little closer to the pond.
All right. You still don't see what you're hearing, but you see a little bit more.
Yeah. He's not stealthy enough to, try to sneak over to think he can sneak over there and his heavy armor. So he's gonna go back.
You can tell Raza see any further since you're a drow, right?
Mm-hmm. I think I have dark vision up to
120 feet.
Yeah, drow have much better dark vision.
All right. Where do you go up and check?
I guess to around this side of the pond. Anything there?
Well, there are two trees sort of in the way, but you're kind of able to see a bit more, and you faintly see a really big tail that's just shaking as if it's like wrestling with something.
I'll head back and inform the others of Gil.
Well, it did seem like a beast.
It's something. Do we want to just try to catch it by surprise, or we want to just hope it doesn't come any closer?
I think. Sounded like it was eating something. I think it's busy for right now, so we could probably surprise. I don't want to deal with it.
Don't want it to surprise us.
Correct.
Luckily it didn't.
So I guess Aloric trailing a bit would trail a bit behind of everybody because he knows he's he makes noise. He's not the quietest of folk.
Alright.
I mean, he just
With
stay
his
back.
disadvantage to stealth.
Yeah, I might stay back just because she can't see as well, so trying to surprise something that she can't really see. while keeping lights off to avoid that
Right.
would probably be best.
All right, show me where you all move, and I'll tell you when to start rolling stealth. Actually, you know what? Just roll stealth now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, we're not gonna surprise this thing. Oh hey, I got a better stealth. Oh wait, I didn't roll with disadvantage. Hold on. Let me re-roll. Or let me roll again. Nope.
Oh
nope.
no.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh
Stealth
no!
disadvantage, guys. Stealth disadvantage. Sorry. To be fair, Vaughn also rolled a 5, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
This is perfect.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is. Oh, I couldn't have wished for this to go better myself.
Okay.
Nice knowing you, level 1 party.
And we die.
Telraza and Eberine, you both sort of start moving, and Eberine, just sort of due to the fact that you know how to sort of get out of a situation, you move stealthily, just based on careful foot placements. Telraza, even though this is different terrain in the Underdark, you know how to sneak and how to not be seen. Vaughn and Ulrich a little less.
Just a little.
Vaughn, you really aren't accustomed to the world of sneaking. Magic and books was your domain. And you really step on a lot of things. But compared to Ulrich, who full on face plants into a thing of mud and makes a loud crashing noise as if pots and pans are being whacked together, you did well enough compared. Do you all?
Just cringe.
Sorry.
Gotta try to help him up.
Bad.
So how far do you all move? And in what marching order?
I mean, Ulrich's gonna be towards the back.
Yeah, I would be in the back as well.
Yeah, I was a little bit back just because we can't see.
So unless Telraza doesn't want to be, probably he's at the front. But that's up to him.
Not the tankiest of people, but I guess I can see slightly farther than
Yeah.
lead the way.
All right, Damon, just so you know, any weapons you have on you, I'd say that, like, you were given that when you were nursing. A lot of your stuff that, I guess, a lot of the stuff that wouldn't have entirely been stolen. So, like, your weapons, I'd say you essentially got those from the people who took you in. No dice set. I'm gonna say the key is gone. Your necklace was probably gone as well. You were able to hide the raven feather talisman. I believe we discussed that. Probably no Dungeoneer's pack.
Would the map be gone as well?
Yeah, it would be gone. Not so sure about the traveler's clothes, but I'd say you have the leather armor.
Just wearing leather armor and nothing else.
No clothing, just armor.
He's got rags. Torn and bloody rags, but rags. And if you can, everything I said you don't have, like the important things, write them down somewhere. So like the key and the map, your necklace, all that.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess technically marching order would probably be Telrazo towards the front, Ebb would probably be second, but hanging back a little bit, just trying to keep everyone in sight at least.
And then Vaughn and
Yeah.
Alaric maybe. That sounds like it makes sense.
DM earlier. You said 3 days of rations, or
Yeah, it's about 3 days spread out amongst you.
amongst them.
So,
I mean, if Telraza's first, Damon should probably set how far we have gone.
yeah, I was about to say that if you guys could move your characters, your tokens where they go.
So we're going up around top there? Or
Around top or around bottom?
Say around top if you said you saw tail and
yeah, I saw a tail down up there.
way.
Yeah.
All right, at about where you are, that's where Alaric does the face plant into the mud and the crashing sound.
Sorry.
The crunching noise stops, and but you still don't see anything. Do you move further?
Talraza's gonna whisper. Talraza's gonna whisper back to the party. I can light up that area without us having to get. Would you like me to do that?
At this point, we're certainly not going to surprise it.
Yeah, at this point, I
If you would,
should never sneak.
In that case, Talraza sends out 4 dancing lights around where he saw the tail.
All right. It's really not a problem of light as it is that there's just sort of stuff in your way. But I would say some more stuff gets revealed.
Oh, and that helps Aberrane regardless, who can't see.
Yeah.
And Vaughn, I don't know if Vaughn can see at all, but
You see that more of what you can now identify as the back of a wolf. And you sort of see these like white protrusions coming out of the wolf, and it's a very large wolf. You also straight up just see this actual wolf. It is much smaller than the other wolf, but still a wolf. This right here. Hold on, this right here appears to be a deer leg or some large animal's leg. And you can see a bit more of another wolf, as it was sort of snacking down on this dead animal, but it appears to have been more interested in the noise that it just heard.
I just see.
Are those actually on
green.
the map? Are those
Wait,
not?
Sorry,
are
hold
they in
on.
your
Let me
team
move
there?
those from the. Hold on, let me just move some of these.
Aha.
Sorry, I found out how to kind of hide things, so I forgot to fix that. Yeah, that's what you see.
well, We're not avoiding a fight now.
Forward and hit him with range first.
Yes, could possibly speak to the regular wolves, but I don't know if they'd listen to me at this point.
I don't know if that big one's going to listen to anybody.
Exactly.
The big one right now does appear to be very interested in what that noise was and sort of begins walking forward a bit.
Well, are we doing this?
I don't think we have much choice. And
All right, then Eb's gonna go up around just close enough that she can drop a fairy fire onto all these wolves. Like grabs the ukulele, starts playing a thing in like with a mix of whistles and lights them up.
All right, let me just try and remember how fairy fire works. Okay, yeah, okay. Let me put down a thingy for that. So let's go with a red dot on each of them.
Guess if it fails a deck save.
All right, yeah, you all can. The wolves look very confused now because they appear to be on fire, but not on fire. They're
So
very
green
confused.
flame. But yeah, she's immediately moving back after that, like, all yours.
And I'd say you all can very clearly see all of this now.
Cool. Okay, so how far are we from the closest? Whoops, that's not the right tool. That's the tool I want. Okay, we're still a ways away.
It's kind of not built to exact measurements.
Fair enough.
But I'd say it's like 40 or 50 feet, like the thing said, though. Yeah.
Okay. Aloric would cast gonna cast Bless on all three of you guys. So you each any attack roll or saving throw, as long as he maintains concentration for up to a minute, you can add a D4.
Cool.
And that is a spell slot.
To the damage? Or the attack?
D4 to attack or saving throw, not to damage.
Okay.
Just to attack or saving throw.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
so
then,
yeah.
and then
Onward.
since they've lost all element of surprise, he would just move forward, clang his way forward.
Clang, 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 clang. All right, I'm
know,
gonna
as far-
add this little token to everybody who got bless added to them, and that's just to remind you that you have that.
After being blessed, Vaughn would cast magic missile on the gray one.
All right.
But gray one and the two behind him, not this one.
Sorry. Hold on. Not which one?
Not this one.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Okay, so you deal. Continue rolling for the two other darts.
I thought it was just one
3 darts.
roll. And the,
Three
okay.
darts.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you hit with each dart?
4 to the gray one. This one. 3 to this one. One on the left, and then the 5 to the one behind the gray one.
Okay. Let me just pull open character sheets. These things, because I kind of actually came prepared for this.
Yay!
For the first time in forever.
Being truly prepared to DM is always a rare occurrence
Yes, it is.
because parties do weird things.
All right. And with that, can everybody now roll initiative?
Initiative.
How? How? No, that's actually impossible.
Okay. Let me just remember how to put up a thingy. I remember this. I totally do.
It should be one of the icons in the little like toolbar.
It probably is. God. Okay. I remember this. Yeah. It's the
There you
clock.
go.
Yeah, I got it. All right, and then these three are going to roll initiative as well. Let me also assign them character sheets while I'm at it. All right, there's that. And now let me add turns. Actually, I can just press, yeah. I'm sorry that I'm really bad with technology, but just want to apologize for how long it's gonna take me.
It's okay. Roll20 is confusing as all heck, and I forget
It's a
things
learning
all the
curve.
time. So
Okay, there's that, and then this, okay. Okay, and then hey, it actually kind of worked.
geez, they rolled really good initiative.
Okay, so that's okay. So wait, which one got a 21? Okay, it was probably just this one. It's not. It didn't come up on the thing. Okay, there's that. Then this one right there. This right there. Okay, that's yep, all three of them. Question. Eberine and Vaughn, who has the higher dex?
That 15.
Dex 16.
All right, so Irene will go before Vaughn. All right, starting with this wolf, it's just sort of gonna charge you. And I'm trying to think about hold on. 40. Okay. These things, I kind of ended up making them 2 squares wide. That does not mean they're 10 feet long. It's just because they looked really smushed when I put them as 1 square. So now I've got to try and figure out how they run.
Where they're
5, 10, 15, 20. It gets right to you, Ulrich.
Figured as much.
And it is going to make an attack. Hold on, let me just open his character sheet back up. Alright, it is going to attack. Is it rolling with disadvantage or something?
It's either rolling with disadvantage or advantage.
Why is it doing that?
But
A
if
lot of
eight's
times,
the
like
first,
character sheets and stuff like that, auto set to roll twice just in case.
Right.
but if we treat 8 as the first roll, that doesn't hit. But if you want to re-roll without advantage or disadvantage, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me just try and remember how to turn advantage off.
There should be it should say advantage, normal, and disadvantage at the top of the sheet, and you just click on normal.
Or you have to go to the gear and have it toggle.
Oh yeah, you have to be in the gear. I have mine set to do that, but
Okay. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out how Roll20 works.
and then you'll need something new in Roll20 that doesn't make sense anymore. That's just the way of Roll20, I think.
Yeah, and different
At least of
sheets roll
DMing.
differently.
At least of DMing in Roll20. There's a lot less to know as a player.
All right, so how do I get to changing it to normal?
There should be the gear on the far right, and then under that, on the right should be roll queries, and then you can choose advantage toggle from that list. Or it's probably set to always roll advantage. You can set it to advantage toggle.
All right. All right, I'm completely technology illiterate, so we're just gonna say that was the 8 that missed.
Yeah, NPC sheets might be different.
Yeah,
Monster
I
sheets.
really can't find it.
Yeah,
Either way,
I don't know.
You do not get hit.
Yay.
But now the big mama is coming. And it's probably going for you. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I mean, I'm in the front.
Yeah. 1, 15, 20.
I mean, I built Ulrich to be a bit of a tank because we don't have a tank. So that's sort of part of his job.
It's always nice.
All right, you're gonna get attacked now. Let me just open up his character sheet again because I keep closing the character sheets. Okay. Yep, biting.
That hits.
Yep, 19.
And I need to. Okay.
12 points of damage.
Hold on. Where's my HP? That is, yeah, he's just almost down. Because he's a level 1 character. And con save. I make my con save though, so bless is still up.
Wait, actually, hold on. Make think you have to make another con save. Yeah. Make me another con save.
Okay.
All right, you pass. It basically bites onto your it basically bites you right in the knee and then just starts shaking, but you're able to
Okay.
resist it.
Okay. Ow! These things bite hard.
All right. Eberine, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, seeing him get a very large gash between these wolves, just gonna do like a slight whistle and point towards Ulrich and give him a healing word. So that's bonus action.
Yeah, I'm slightly less dead.
And then, with the actual action, she's just gonna yell at the big wolf in Sylvan. Probably something about its mother being a ghoul or something like that.
All right. Oh yeah, that's make a wisdom save, right? (14). So it takes half damage.
No, I don't think it takes.
No.
No.
It doesn't take. It's a cantrip. If they make the save, it doesn't take any damage.
Oh. It is just sort of insulted, but that's about it.
That's how this game
Pounce at
works.
it, seeing nothing change. And she's gonna
Alright,
step
Vaughn.
back so she can hold the fairy fire.
Alright.
After
Vaughn.
seeing Vicious Mouth doing much, he would then cast Firebolt at Big Mama.
You have an advantage.
Oh, right. Wow.
Not a lot of damage,
no!
but you did hit.
Oh, that makes
Wow.
me want to cry.
I think you should.
Oh, I just wanted to cry. That's all.
Okay, yeah, no. 1
Alright, I'll
point of
take
damage.
a few steps back.
Man. I didn't think level 1 was this squishy.
It's super squishy.
Super squishy.
Yeah, I figured that, but like I did not plan on this being like
Yeah, no.
almost death.
Level 1 is like really easy to die.
Especially when you have wolves with pack tactics.
Yeah.
I'm not even factoring that in because that's too much for my simple brain to remember.
Especially when you have a thing that can do like 12 damage in one attack.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah.
And that's the tank's AC. Or
Yeah.
HP.
I have 16 AC and I had 13 HP, which is pretty high for level 1.
Oh my god, you only have 13. God, I should have factored this all in.
For level 1, 13 is quite good unless you're like a barbarian.
All right, got it. Well, these two wolves are just sort of gonna get to a. Okay, hold on. Let me just clear all of this. All right, this wolf is, just sort of gonna get about right there. And this wolf is gonna follow along to about right there. Telraza, it is now your turn.
Okay, so Telraza is going to pull out his talisman, like give it a little rub, speak a few words to it, and then a beam of blue energy lashes out towards the large wolf, and I am going to cast.
All right, there we go. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
And you should be able to click on something to actually show the damage.
If you click on what you rolled, I believe it shows the damage.
Yeah, if you click with.
Yeah,
There you go.
11 plus 9?
that's amazing.
It's 1d12 damage, and then every turn, as an action, I can choose to deal another d12 automatically.
And the 11 plus 9 is because he crit.
Crit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
crit
No,
damage.
okay.
That's crit damage.
Beautiful.
We
Okay,
needed
so
that after my one.
describe to me
Yeah.
describe to me again what this spell looks like as you blast it.
It's a beam of crackling blue energy lances out from the talisman to the large wolf, and sort of arc of lightning stays between the two of us.
All right. As you cast this spell, you feel this sort of grace as you cast it, and when you fire the bolt, it's about twice the size as normal, and it travels like a bullet, and it just impacts the big wolf with this sort of solid thud as it goes into it, and then the wolf flies back, I'd say about 10 feet, and then that sort of lightning, that sort of light, that like sort of bolt of lightning that's sort of between you two, one sort of like this little bead of energy just sort of goes through it and hits the wolf again, and it just sort of jumps on the ground where it is, and it's dead as fuck because it only had 19 more hit points.
Just
Who
like staring
knew?
at that. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Vaughn's jaws just dropped.
I'm just like wide-eyed, just like... Might actually shift to Florissa at that point, just like, oh, that was amazing!
Wow.
Gotta love crit damage.
Okay, never mind. You guys aren't gonna die yet. Okay.
Ew.
Always
We
good.
might still live.
All right, Ulrich, your turn.
So since there's only the one wolf left, he's going to, and I have advantage because fairy fire on melee attacks, right?
Yep.
So he's going to swing his warhammer at the wolf in front of him. For it looks like 9 damage. It's weird that it rolls damage for both rolls.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So 9 damage because that's the one that's associated with the 23.
Okay then. This one. Yeah, no, it's also dead. Okay. The Warhammer, after seeing this like excellent display of magic by your new comrade, even the wolf is sort of like got that stunned look as its alpha just goes flying back, and then just sort of sort of thinks it watches as it goes flying back, and then as immediately as it turns back to you to try and attack you, you just land the warhammer right on its skull and just crush it into the ground. All right, that's 2 down.
And then he's gonna pull back to the rest of the group to see if he can find out where the other wolves were, but probably can't get all the way around. So.
All right. Who used their bless?
I did.
I did.
Oh,
Or no, I did not.
Aloric
Okay,
did.
Aloric did. Got it.
Oh wait, no. Aloric hasn't used. He cast bless. I don't think.
Yeah.
Has anyone used bless? Has anyone actually used the bless?
No, not
I thought
yet.
someone did.
I don't believe
Okay.
so.
Okay. Eberine, your turn.
All right. Well, after what happened, yeah, definitely what happened with that witch bolt and everyone, this is Florissa now, just the form just shifts down and just freaking out 12-year-old. Like, oh, that was so amazing. Oh, right, more things to do. Okay, one more wolf. Like, you should just go away because you're terrible compared to us. Yeah, just yelling in Sylvan, giving another vicious mockery. And then, as a bonus action...
Alright, it takes the damage.
Yep. Cool.
And 3 points of damage.
As a bonus action, like, she'll go over here and just, like, probably get a little too close into Talrazza's personal space and just, like, shake him part of the arms, like, that was so amazing! You should keep doing more of that! It's incredible! And give him a bardic inspiration.
Alright.
And let me... That's a D... Yeah, you get a D6 to whenever you want to use it.
Was that to Alaric or?
That was to Talrazzo after that, which
Talrazzo. Okay. I couldn't... I didn't hear the name, and so I was like, who was that to?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yes.
Alright, well, the wolf that gets vicious mockeried, it just sort of like, it starts just violently shaking its head, trying to get out some pain that only it can feel. Vaughn, your turn.
So Vaughn will come down. Let's see. Here, yep. And then he'll cast magic missile again. 2 on the closest one in front, and then on the
Alright.
8 damage. This one.
Yep. Alright. So, as these sort of like purple arcane bolts go out, this one just gets smacked in both sides and shaken around violently, but it is still up. This one, the bolt just goes, the little ball of energy just goes straight into its head, and it slumps over dead. Is that all you do in your turn?
Like, and then just that's it.
Alright, it is now up to the sole remaining wolf's turn. And it is going to run. Right to about there. Just can't reach you, but it's charging you after that. And Telraza, back to you.
All right, so feeling a little bit cocky, Terraza is going to cast his next spell, Eldritch Blast, with a kind of finger gun.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's yep, it's dead. Okay. Then. Let me just try and yep, okay, there we go. That's a 0 now. And get rid of that and put the big ol' Lex on it. Because that Eldritch Blast you sort of turn to the rest of the group and then just fire that off like without even looking. And it just sort of like, as it's charging at Vaughn is not paying attention. He's a little afraid because a wolf is now charging at him. The bolt just goes through one side and out the other. And it just sort of, it skids to a halt and lands. And dies.
Oh, well, that was fun, isn't the right word.
That was incredible!
Ow!
Oh, right.
It's
And
okay.
Floyce will go over. Do you need some more healing?
If we have to fight again, I might. But depends on whether anything else shows up.
Well, hopefully not. That was certainly a lot suddenly. Nobody else got hurt, right? Is everyone okay?
Didn't get touched.
Oh, but that was so amazing!
Oh, nice work, everyone.
Can I just say that went from 0 to 100 back to 0 immediately?
Zero
that
to hero.
That could happen.
Ulrich almost died. I was straight up considering like lowering hit points for some of the animals so that you don't die. And then that happened. I don't even know.
Yeah, that really can happen at level 1. It's like it tilts either way. If the first wolf had hit Alaric, he would have died.
Yeah.
So it's just lucky it didn't, because if both of them had hit him, he would have been dead. He would have been down.
Yeah, possibly dead, depending on how much damage it did.
Yeah, depending on how much damage he got.
Man. Every time I use direwolves, this is what happens. They always get killed first, and then everything's a cakewalk.
Because everyone knows to gang up on the
To
direwolf.
kill the
Yeah.
direwolf. Yeah.
Got it.
Well,
Use
also,
2 direwolves next time.
Also, he did have a crit.
Yeah.
The crit definitely helps.
All right, okay, back with the game after that amazing display of power. Yeah, you all just got attacked by direwolves. It's still relatively in the middle of the night.
Oh, let's try to get some rest.
Yeah, or at least we should let you two rest. It's our turn, isn't it?
Probably.
Just
You guys good?
Quiet flow, like exhale of breath, and changes back to Everine. I think we should be all right. Are you all right?
All right then.
And she looks to Talrazzo. All right with the second watch?
Perfectly fine with it.
He smiles over to Ulrich and gives a thumbs up.
Great. I'm gonna get some sleep then. I'll feel a little better in the morning, I'm sure.
All right, I would say that the other group should really roll survival, but you guys don't really have to.
Eb just spends the time trying to get information from Talrazzo, like how he learned that amazing thing, and just basically being a cheerleader. Like, where were you hiding that? That was inspired.
Even he's not really sure where magics came from.
You just don't know at all. Interesting. So you didn't have a teacher?
I did not.
Well, magic is very interesting, isn't it? So what were you doing in town?
Well, I had managed to find my way to the town after some of the what did they call themselves? The cleavers?
Yes, cleavers.
I
Rolls her eyes at that.
had made my way. I'd escaped from a slave caravan. I'll assume that's what it was, with a few others, and we made our way
His frowns at the mention of slave caravan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're all right.
Thank you. Wasn't the best first experience here. Just like gestures all around.
Yes, this place is fairly dark. It got that way very quickly in my eyes, but I suppose everyone else has been living it for a while. But that's what we're here to fix, right? She just gives him a grin.
Hopefully so.
All right. You all end up waking up in the morning. Dead wolf carcasses all around you. And we'll say that was a long rest.
Yes, we probably should have cleaned that up, shouldn't we?
I don't know that I wanted to do that in the middle of the night, though. So yeah,
It's
you're
not
right.
the most beautiful smell to wake up to.
Just worried it probably attracts more things that like to eat dead things. But nothing happened, it's alright. All's well that ends well, right?
I suppose that's fair. Well, so we want to hit the road, or?
Yeah, may as well. Something else will clean this up for us.
As long as we're not in the area, don't know if it matters for us.
Yes, unless we want to camp here again afterwards, but I suppose prestidigitation could help with that.
And by the time we get back, probably something else in this forest is going to take care of it, I'm sure.
Ah, yes. So let's not be here when that's around, right?
So let's get a move on.
Start gathering things and putting them back on the cart and checking on Redonkulus.
Vaughn rolls up his bedroll, places it in the cart.
Hey.
And get ready and hit the road to the place we're headed.
Alrighty. So, alright, yeah, so I guess y'all start moving. You hop in the cart, get Redonkulus moving, and you head into you head out of the clearing onto a big enough path for the cart to fit. And you're back in the trees. It's not as bad as it was. It's not dark and gloomy, but there are still trees and there's still a forest. After your recent fight, you're still a little jumpy, so you hear the sound of you hear the random sounds of nature, twigs, birds, and sort of jump at their sounds. You do not see any more wind chimes, though.
Looks like we've gone past whatever is putting up those chimes.
Who would like to roll? Sir, who would like to drive the cart?
Yeah, I don't have land vehicles, but I have like animal handling. That's it for Redonkulus.
I mean, I imagine most of us don't have land vehicles. We're just sort of.
Well, the one with survival wants to give directions. Eberine can drive.
All right. Then, Eberine, would you roll survival for me? All right. You start following where you are absolutely sure the place you were told to go to is. And I shall ask you a question. High or low?
Oh boy. Let's go high this time and hope.
'Cause
This time and hope. 'Cause I don't have land vehicles, but I have like animal handling. That's it for Redonkulus.
I don't know if you know, but Well, it's above 50, so high. As you all are moving, let me just find. Yeah, okay. Give me a second to get this ready. You all. Okay, let me just keep getting stuff. You come to. Let me actually put your thing. I remember this time. Put the player's thing on where they're at. Yeah. All right, there we go. You all come to another clearing, and this time, in the middle, it looks relatively normal until you really get in there. And through the tall grasses, you see bodies, not human bodies. You see what appears to be one goblin corpse and 3 other kobold corpses.
Looks like it might have been a tribal territorial war.
More dead things. Fun.
Well, that is the way of the creepy jungle, is it not?
Fair enough.
Do you search any of the bodies?
I was about to say Vaughn would.
Yeah, I would go closer and take a look, search him a little bit.
Out of curiosity.
All right, investigation checks.
Oops, that's on advantage.
Other than that stealth roll, I'm having a good roll day, but damn, that stealth roll. Well, and my initiative was really crap, but you know.
All right. So, who takes who searches what?
Goblin body, so I guess.
All right, Vaughn. There's nothing all that spectacular on the goblin. There's random bits of bones. He's got a satchel literally just full of pebbles. He's got a lot of bones on him. Really, this guy really liked bones. He's got a bone necklace. He's got, and on the bone necklace, there does appear to be those same bits of writing that were found on the wind chimes. Same alphabet, I guess you could say.
Looks like this guy or his people are the ones that made the chimes in the trees. Goblins.
That's one mystery down.
That's good to know.
Tell Raza, do you search the one that nobody? Do you search this one?
Yes.
All right. Alaric, you really don't see anything that magnificent. It's got random it's got random chunks of flesh.
Oh, that's lovely.
You assume it's animal. You kind of hope it's animal. You look through more of it. There's literally just a pouch of like furs and random hides from things. And it has just sort of, it's got around its clothes, it's got those same pointy teeth from the other whatchamacallit, wind chimes.
Yep, I think these are our 2 groups of chime makers.
The way you said that, I don't know why, but now I'm just imagining artisans feeding in the street.
We wandered through a flea market.
And they're fighting over it.
Just,
My
it's
times
like,
are better.
it's like West Side Story except with chime makers.
The gobs and the bolds.
There we go.
That just sounded so amazing to me. We've got a battle between chime makers. All right. Telraza. This one appears to have feathers on it. It's got just random feathers around it. It's got literally a patch full of feathers. These really were very strange goblins and kobolds. Nothing of value that you can really see. Eberyn, as you are looking through it, as you were looking through the bottom one, you're sort of searching around it, and you find all types of disgusting, strange things. An ear, a few random, like a rabbit's foot that hasn't been turned into an actual rabbit's foot yet. It's literally, it looks like it just found a rabbit and chopped off its foot. You find a live mouse. It's literally just a mouse just scurrying around in sort of a pouch it has.
Oh, poor thing. Yeah, she's not really offset by some of the stuff, but she takes the pouch and opens it up for the little mouse. Here you go, little one.
Do you just let it go?
Yeah, just let the mouse go.
All right, it scurries away.
Vaughn kind of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Vaughn kind of just stands up and holds the bag of rocks in the air. Goes, anyone want a bag of rocks?
I don't know what use there is for that.
You never know when you need to toss one.
Fair enough, though seems likely we'll find rocks most places.
So as you dig through the rocks, it does appear that some of the rocks are painted like a sort of. Some of them are painted gold, some silver, some a little copperish. A few of them straight up in really bad handwriting. It just sort of says coin.
This is a terrible flea market. They're just getting gypped left and right.
Who knows, this actually might come in handy, even if it looks terrible. Someone might be stupid enough to take this.
But Eberyn, as you're searching, you do find a sort of stretched piece of hide that you are expecting to be another disgusting thing, but as you look at it, there's actual writing on it, and it's in common.
Interesting.
It says, Our master's allegiance with the goblins is testy at best. But I have planned ahead. You get this to the shaman. The goblins are not to be trusted. They plan to take us when we are weak. Signed, the Grand Inventor, Rock. It's very surprisingly well written for a kobold.
So let's motion the people. Come take a look at this.
Comes over and looks and says, "Oh, that's interesting, but I don't know what to do with it."
This couldn't have actually been written by a kobold, could it?
I don't know. I've never really spent much time with the writings of kobolds. Have you?
Not really. I suppose there's a shaman about, and an inventor. Do any of these look like they could be a kobold inventor?
These ones do not. They appear to be simple kobolds.
I suppose we should keep an eye out for some kind of shaman among the kobolds if we come across any.
I suppose so.
Thought this trip was going to be.
I just came here to have a good time and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
Suppose we should keep on going. Nothing much here, just lots of meat and hides and rocks, apparently.
That poor mouse, I'm glad it got away. But she'll tuck away the writing for now.
Alright. Do you all head back to the cart and leave? All right.
Talraz is
Unless
going to
there's
take
anything to look around
the
here.
bag of others with him, and
Sorry, Talraza does what?
with him and rifle through it, try to find any that might have come from, say, a raven.
Yeah, you find a decent handful.
He pockets those and throws the bag to the ground.
All right. You find, let's say, like 8 raven feathers.
I might scoop up that the bag with the colored rocks on it, because it's amusing and it might come in handy later.
Oh, I'm actually holding on to it.
Oh, I thought you said you dropped it. Never mind.
No, I was holding it in the air. But I
Oh.
was holding on to it.
Never mind.
We have the rocks, it's okay.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Okay. So do you all just pack up and leave? And
Unless
keep heading on
there's
your journey?
Anything
I
to see
Think
else
so,
to see
unless,
around here?
yeah, unless something else catches our eyes, but
All right. You see nothing else, and you guys once again pack up onto the cart. You definitely feel as Redonkulus is kind of getting annoyed with these random stops. But then again, he looks annoyed all the time, so you're really not sure.
Just kind of, I'm sorry. I promise it won't be too much longer.
Make an animal handling check.
Sure.
It just sort of like gives you this look and just goes.
Just grin to the others. He's just shy.
I think he's just a donkey.
You don't know him like I do.
Redonkulus starts moving once you all hop on. And you all continue moving. And you're moving. Still moving. And I'm kind of just trying to stall right now because I'm trying to think what to do.
Just Eb will play a tune for a traveling tune. And someone else grabs the cart.
All right. You travel for a few more hours, and you're basically sure that it's going to be like just a few more hours before you get there. And you stumble upon what appears to be the remnants of a shack in the middle of the forest. What do you all do?
Lork looks around to see if he sees anything moving, anybody, any.
Perception? You don't see anything. Just so you do know, though, it is the ruins of a shack. Like this group of like walls right here, they are still standing, but like this whole side, this right here and this right here are kind of built up, but it's mostly just wood that would have been covered up with stone. But it's basically you could walk through it. Over here, this is basically all that's much of a wall. Then this is the same. It's wood that would have been covered up with stone. This is the doorway. There is no door. The back is straight up just open, besides two half walls, right here and right here. And you can full on just see inside of it. There's a broken down frame for a bed and a table.
It's fascinating to consider who would live out here.
Don't. They don't live here anymore.
Yes, but what it would have been like when someone could.
I don't know. Maybe one of those kobolds or goblins. Maybe a person. I know I wouldn't want to live out here.
The bed certainly looks big, I think. Probably to be a goblin or kobold, right?
Yeah, it's too big for a goblin or kobold.
Maybe the goblins or kobolds just really like big beds.
Maybe they just like cuddles. You never know. Maybe they huddle together.
I can't disagree with that. So.
I mean, it could be anything, but.
That's a table.
Oh, it's just a table.
Where, if you would all place your tokens down, where are all of you as you walk up?
Assuming we were coming from the right of the map, or are we coming from the south?
The like sort of left and south.
So like over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably be peeking over at the bed. Or like, this is open part, right? So we'd be able to see through that.
Yep. This is open. This is, and then like this whole wall is open. And then this is straight up just a hole in the back. How do you place your token? It's a good question, because I've been placing it for you, haven't I?
And there isn't anything on the table or anything like that, or anything on the floor, just ruins.
Hold on, let me place down his thing, and then I'll think. All right, there we go. You should be able to control that now, Damien. Or Damon. As for that, yeah, there appears to be nothing on the inside. But I'd say on like this wall, you do see cupboards.
Buns.
What'd you say?
He wants to check traps. Or I would want to check for traps. See if it's stable enough to walk in and not collapse.
All right, investigation. Looks solid enough.
Okay.
I'll go check out the cupboards. Vaughn says it's good.
All right. Eberine, roll investigation for me. Tell Raza, what do you do the whole time?
I guess I'll just stay outside the shack.
Okay. Eberine, in the cupboards you find some pots and pans. They're old and dusty, but hey, pots and pans. Some clay dishware, nothing fancy. Doesn't look like the newest stuff ever. That's about it for what's in there. There is some food, but it's all moldy, like it's the equivalent of dust kind of at this point.
Yeah. We're just being curiously inspecting some of the pots and pans.
Doesn't look like there's much of interest around here. Guys finding anything?
Just someone who at least enjoyed to cook every so often.
Vaughn, do you search anywhere?
Are there any? Is there anything like that?
So what?
You keep
Loose
cutting in and out.
floorboards. Oh wait, do I? Are there any loose floorboards?
Roll investigation. Underneath the bed, there is one large section where it does not. It seems like it was placed there rather than it was part of the actual floor. And you can, it's a loose floorboard basically. You can lift it up.
Yeah, I'll lift it up.
Inside, you see a small little chest, like hand sized, I guess. It's not like a chest. It's like a little jewelry box type idea. You find a sack that sounds like it's filled with coins. It feels like it's filled with coins. Pretty sure it's not filled with rocks labeled as coins. And yeah, it's filled with coins. And there appears to be like a blanket and a sprawl and just some pieces of paper.
Take the I'll take and count the coins, and I'll take the paper.
Do you take the little box?
Yes.
Okay. There is a total of 80 coins in silver.
Okay.
Do you open up the paper?
Yes.
They're very beautiful handmade drawings. They appear to have been made with, a piece of charcoal. They go from like there's multiple. There's ones that are very large, grandiose, and they appear to be of a man, one of a woman, and then there's also some that they appear to have just been a child drawing with a piece of charcoal. So it's like stick figures, a hat, like the shack, and like two larger stick figures next to the small stick figure. It's sort of a load of drawings.
I'll walk over to the table, and I'll place those drawings onto the table. And then I'll also count out the coins and split 20 silver to everyone.
All right, everybody gets 20 silver.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's an interesting find.
Laura comes in looking at, find a way and look. So maybe a family lived here looking at these.
All right. Can everybody roll me perception?
Sure.
Here, everybody around the table, roll me perception. Okay. Eberine and Vaughn, you don't notice anything, but Aloric, as you sort of walk up to the table, as you step, you hear this. Your foot goes on something, and you hear a crunch as your foot goes through it, and you look down, and it appears to be the tiny little skeleton of some animal.
Something died here.
And you all start looking around more
Mhm.
after that is pointed out to you, and you see a few more random little bones.
There have been enough bones on this journey.
And say that again. What is with all the bones?
I'm officially going to be calling this forest the Bonewood.
Fair name.
Just gonna write that down somewhere.
It's less ridiculous than redonkulous, you know.
Wah wah.
All right. Yeah, no, there are tiny little. There's a bunch of small animals. As you look around, there are a few bigger bones. Still appear to be there. You know, you see what appears to be animal bones, and then you see what kind of appears to be a human hand, or at least the bones, most of the bones for a human hand. A little, I'd say, back about right here.
Okay, that's officially creepy.
Oh my goodness. Let's like take a look at it with Brown. Well, we can take a guess as to what happened here. Somewhat. At least the end of the journey.
Gather two things from this. Either this was one really fucked up family, or this is the aftermath.
I'd guess the aftermath, but who knows? Sometimes.
It's hard to tell what other people are thinking. Especially
Vaughn,
after
do
they're
you open
gone.
up the small box?
Yeah, I do open it up.
All right. There is a journal, a ring. It appears to be the equivalent of a wedding ring. So, you know, it's a gold band. A necklace made of silver with what appears to be like a pearl at the bottom.
Okay.
And then yeah. Do you
Wait, so you said a wedding ring, a journal, and a silver necklace with a
silver
pearl?
necklace? Yeah.
Take the pearl necklace. I'll leave the wedding ring on the table and also put the journal on the table and begin to read it.
All right. It's a relatively normal journal. Everybody besides Vaughn, make a perception check. It's a relatively normal journal. You know, it's a man, and he recounts natural 20. Nice.
As I said, other than my stealth and initiative, I've been
Boom.
rolling really well, but not stealth. Stealth, I can't.
All right. Yeah, it goes through. You know, this man is talking about hunting. Apparently the animals are getting a little more scarce. He thinks maybe something else may be out there that's dwindling what's out there. But he's really happy because he has his daughter and his wife, and everything is fine. He's glad that he decided to move out into the wilderness because of all that's going on in society. You skip past a little bit. Apparently, something clawed up the back of their house, like used it as a scratching post. Apparently he's been finding these small wooden chimes in a deeper part of the forest. These small bone chimes. Apparently his daughter found an arrow, a very crudely made arrow, and he's not sure what to make of that. And then it sort of talks more about how there's been some animal, and it's just sort of been around, and it's got him worried. And then closer to the end of the journal, it's just the word. The day ends. He thinks that he's laid out some traps in the wilderness, small stuff. And then the final page with writing on it is just, it got Lily. She was picking flowers. It got Sylvia. She ran out when we heard the scream. I'm going to give it one final chance so that I can see them both again. And that's all that's been written. As Vaughn is reading this, Aloric, outside sort of like around this area, not in that area, but like in that direction, you start to hear something large moving through the trees.
Something's nearby.
Oh, again.
We should either get out of here or be prepared to fight if we need to. Maybe both.
That seems to be story of our lives at this point.
This is sort of what happens.
After book, I'll let the others know about pretty much the ending of it. About the bigger beast. Journal, I meant.
Bigger beast. I wonder if that's the same thing that's out there somewhere.
It's nice to have some consistency.
I suppose that's the glass half full approach.
I like to think it's the best thing to be when you're an adventurer.
As you all are discussing this, is anybody like looking out towards where the sound is coming from the scene?
Yeah, I mean, Aloric
Yeah,
is talking, but is keeping an eye out. He's not just,
Okay.
oh, I heard something.
Yeah, it's good to be on alert once you know.
Yeah.
You see a large creature. It is about 6 or 7 feet tall. It walks out of the trees on all fours, but then sort of like stands up when it gets out. And you can see it looks as though it's a massive bear. But it doesn't have, but it also has feathers on top of the fur. And it's got a beak in the center of its face.
Great. This sounds like fun.
You see this step out of the trees.
I think we've lost the chance to leave.
That owlbear?
It's straight up an owlbear.
I've always wanted to see one. Oh, this will be fun. Not fun, right? What's the word?
Fun is not the right word. Oh, okay. So Alaric is going to head to save, was going to head towards one of the ways out. And have his hand on his hammer.
Alrighty.
Don't worry, I'm sure your hammer will strike true. And then, can I give him bardic inspiration as you're going for the front of this?
Yeah.
Okay. Has inspiration. Okay. Does it seem like it's noticed us?
No, but it's moving in the direction of the house.
All right. Well, Aloric is going to come, gesture everyone's like, maybe you guys can catch it by surprise. I think we've all learned I can't. And he's gonna head out as if he's the only one in the house and head towards the owlbear.
Oh, okay then.
I mean, it's coming towards the house. We can't hide. He's not going to be able to hide.
Okay.
Let everyone else surprise it, but he just is an idiot tank.
Okay then.
I mean, to be fair, he's not the smartest, sharpest tool in the shed.
All right, the owlbear sort of is walking forward, and then it sees you, and it was on its all fours after, again, just sort of walking towards the thing, and then it sees you, and it gets on its hind legs, and it just it's trying to intimidate you. What do you do?
I am going to. Hold on. What do I have? No, not. Just checking one thing. He'll back up a little bit, like as if he's intimidated, and see what the thing does.
It moves further again, and it's gonna sort of move over here. It's kind of trying to circle you a bit.
Okay.
I was doing that. I was gonna turn the other two. I can try and toss another fairy fire on it if you want to prepare.
Yeah, that probably would be best.
Alright then.
Alaric
Over
is
here
staying-
and peek around. Sorry.
Staying back and keeping an eye on the owlbear.
It is keeping an eye on you as well. All right, Eberyn, do you cast Fairy Fire? Do you cast Fairy Fire?
Yep. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Did none of that come through? Shit.
No, I think you did not. You are still muted.
Damn it. Okay. So basically, she was kind of peeking out around the corner here. Grabs her loot, Kilele, uses the other hand to gesture to the other two, as in wait a second, and then prepare to blast it. Leans out, gives a quick signal, whistles a tune, and casts Fairy Fire on it.
All right. It's still on its hind legs, trying to be big, and then the fire sort of gets cast on it, and the fairy fire, and it's really confused as to why there's fire on it that doesn't burn, because that's the one reaction something can have to having
Give it a
fire
dex
on it.
save on that.
Yeah.
Wait, does it require a dex save?
Yeah,
No.
fairy fire isn't like an auto hit.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay.
That's assuming you made DM rolls.
Yeah, the DM usually rolls saves.
It's more or less just DM not knowing what he's doing. Okay, 16.
It saves.
So no fairy fire?
No, no fairy fire.
The area is lit up.
Okay.
But it's not really affected. Yeah.
Yeah, she just frowns and looks back to them with a shake of the head and apology.
Okay, it doesn't even mind. It doesn't even like really care about any of it. It really is focused on Ulrich, and it's still just. What do you all do?
Well, if they want to still fire at it, it's...
Yeah, Vaughn will, I guess, slide across the table. And you said that this is open right here.
Yep, that's a door, or a doorway.
Okay.
And then I guess he'll stand in the doorway, and then we'll cast just a firebolt at it.
Don't get a 1 this time.
Well,
It's better than a 1.
might not be. What's his AC? It depends on the
Oh
AC.
yeah, that's true. True. Forgot about that. Pretty big.
Just hits.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The fire just hits the owlbear, like sort of like in the chest, like collarbone area, and it just. And it definitely is ready for a fight now.
Yeah, I'd say as soon as it hits, Aloric was going to cast. I didn't mean to actually hit Toll the Dead, but he would cast Toll the Dead. I was trying to get to my character sheet and I clicked on Toll the Dead, but that's what I was planning to do anyway. So whatever.
Okay, so that's DC 13. Wisdom save. Nope.
All right.
So it takes 8 points of damage.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I have to figure out how it lists things on the like. Lynn, do you know how it lists if you have like different dice types depending on situations?
Check out the thing. The first one is the D8. The second one is the D12.
Okay, so actually 4 damage then.
Oh, okay.
Boo.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't do that.
Well, it takes 4 damage, so with a loud
Alrighty.
ding.
It sort of like shakes its head as this sort of loud ding just goes through the air. Alright, and that means initiative. Hey, look at that. For like the first time in forever, the enemy is not ahead of you guys. Vaughn goes ahead of Eberyn. Eberyn is... Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay. So I don't think I got rid of your guys' thing from last time, so give me a second. So... Alaric rolled a 16 this time. So that means get rid of the 2. Vaughn got 15, so get rid of the 14. Eberyn got a 10, so get rid of the 14. And Telraza got 5, but it's not showing up. Hold on. Technology. There we go. Okay then. Ulrich, what do you do?
All right. He's gonna step forward a little bit, so he's a little bit ahead of everybody, and then cast Guiding Bolt. Just let me click on that. Where are you? Oh, I thought I had that prepared. Apparently, I did not have Guiding Bolt prepared, so he's not going to cast Guiding Bolt. 1 second. I thought that was one of his prepared spells, but apparently not. It shows up on his attacks, which is why I thought it was a prepared spell. So instead, he is going to. How does this thing work? He's just going to cast Toll the Dead again, I guess.
Alrighty.
The moment. And if it fails to save, that's 7 damage.
Alrighty.
Magic.
It does not fail to. It does fail to save. I mean.
Yay.
Yep. So 7 necrotic damage.
Alrighty. This loud bell sound once again ignites the air, and it just this time it shakes even more violently than the last. Vaughn, your turn.
After that, angry. Or after the first firebolt, so Vaughn I will do firebolt again. Oh no.
Nope.
No, you will not. Apparently, you end up sort of hitting your hand against the door frame and hurting it, and the spell sort of casts. And since you rolled a 1, something horrible has to happen.
Oh, shit.
So the building. so right back here starts to light on fire. Yeah.
Well, at least it was already mostly gone.
Let me just
Not my
hold on,
day.
let me just fire. Let me just find something for that, just to make you feel really bad.
Oh boy. I've died from this before, you guys.
Oh, burning down houses now.
This is how you guys die.
Burning down
Not
already
by-
destroyed houses now.
Ab just starts to play burning down the house.
You thought you would die from like a direwolf that I let be too powerful. No, it's gonna be because of somebody rolling a 1.
Today is not my day.
The death
You should
shack
probably
is
just
a
stop
little
using
place
Firebolt,
where
bro.
we can burn
Yeah, probably.
alive.
You've had bad luck with that firebolt.
All right, Eberine, your turn now. The building is on fire, and the owlbear just looks even more mad.
Oh, great. Well, I'll peek out around here again, see this thing very pissed off, look it up and down, and just say in Sylvan, your father was a terrible, terrible person. And vicious mockery. Fuck. Well, at least it's generally been terrible on wisdom saves. Fingers crossed. Yay!
Alright.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
All right, so
Yay, vicious mockery.
And she'll just put a hand on Vaughn's shoulder and be like, "It's all right. You'll do much better next time. I promise." And then give him bardic inspiration.
all right. Now let me just think of things to signify disadvantage. Let's go with
Oh, what does Bardic Inspiration do?
After you roll, you can also before it says whether it hits or not, you can choose to roll another d6 and add that to your roll, or to a
Got it.
save or something like that, or an ability check in the next 10 minutes.
All right, it is now the owlbear's turn, and it's gonna just straight up charge at you,
I mean, yeah.
and it's going to make a beak won't. Beak is a little less absolute death. Let's go with beak.
A little less absolute death. Does not hit.
All right. It just sort of it goes at you with its beak and just goes for you and just completely misses you. You just definitely dodge it. Telraza, it is now your turn. Again, building on fire, and Owlbear very, very mad.
Yeah. So Telraza is going to outside of this side of the house, so he won't be near the fire, and then just pop an Eldritch Blast at it.
Alrighty. You guys need to hit. You guys need to deal more damage.
He did well with that in the last fight. Not so much this fight.
Yeah. Okay. Isn't Eldritch Blast just a cantrip? Can't you cast an actual spell with it too? Or instead of just
Cantrips are still full action to cast.
I thought they were bonus action.
No, only most cantrips are an action.
If you'd like, I could cast Hex as a bonus action on it.
Go on ahead, I guess. If you feel like it.
Sure.
Yeah, hex the heck out of it.
And I guess as the ability it has disadvantage on, I guess, Wisdom for future vicious mockeries.
All right.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything for that. It's only ability checks, though, not saving throws.
Yeah.
It would be like strength checks or something like that you'd probably want.
Would that affect its attacks at all?
No, it's
but
just
unless, like,
ability check.
grapple. In case it tries to grapple anybody.
I guess strength then.
All right. So Hex. All right. Back up to the top with Ulrich.
Okay. He's going to reach out to this owlbear that's right in front of him and cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh.
For 14 necrotic damage.
Okay then.
Nice.
Figured I'd get us a little damage in there, you know.
Alrighty.
And I think that's pretty much his turn, so.
All right. As you literally just reach out, and as it misses you with the beak, you grab it by the beak, and you say this. You say the prayer, and the beast the owlbear just sort of shakes violently and pulls its beak from your hand, and just. And it definitely looks a little more worse for wear. Vaughn, your turn. Try not to light the building on fire again.
I will exit the building this time.
You'll leave the building
There you
that is
go.
on fire.
Move over here, and I will try again with firebolts.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you know what you're doing. All right. Yeah, no, the flames just hit it square in the chest as soon as it pulls away from Ulrich. It sort of like goes up like it's gonna try and pounce on him, and then the flames just hit it in the chest, and it gets knocked back to the ground, and it just Eberine, your turn. Oh yeah, I should also probably here. You know what? The fire's definitely spread as well, but at this point, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Was there anything still left on the table? Because I might grab that before we
Yeah, I
we're
left
moving.
the wedding ring on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll grab stuff on the table and
And
step forward.
All right, so you pick up what's left on the table.
Yeah,
All right, there's a bunch of drawings on the ring.
yeah. Let's take those.
Some of the drawings are slightly burnt now, but you know you're able to extinguish them.
Step forward there. I'll be like, Ponder what to do here. Like, look at this thing frown, like, scrunch her nose at it. Like, if you were worse at this, you'd be doing our job for us. Vicious mockery it. This is all in Sylvan, so anyone who doesn't know Sylvan, it just sounds like she might be doing something vaguely... It sounds much better than it actually is.
All right, nope,
And
okay.
disadvantage on its next attack, and she'll use the rest of her movement to get away from that. And now I'll just be over here, bye. Over there.
Well, you're right. It does have disadvantage on its next attack because it is now dead.
Death by insult.
Yay!
It just sort of like it roars at Vaughn and Ulrich, and then like gets up once more, like it's about to pounce, and then it hears you say that, and its head just sort of like turns, and like it sort of like turns to look at you, and its head sort of cocks to the side, and then it just slumps over sideways.
Just looks up and down. Huh. I suppose it did do a job for us. Well, all's well that ends well.
All right, there we go. That thing is now dead. And the building is still on fire.
Does anyone want to try to put that out?
I could try some prestidigitation for bits of it, but...
I could help as well with
we may have just burned down this already mostly destroyed shack, so I don't know if it matters. Though it might catch other things, perhaps best to
Yeah. She'll just kind of glance down at the papers she grabbed and kind of frown at the drawings, but put them away. What was important is out.
Burn. Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun burning this.
And the building is burned down now because of a nat 1.
If we wanted, we could have owlbear steaks.
I don't know how owlbear tastes.
Neither do I, which is
Only
why I'm
one
kind of
way to
interested to
find
find
out.
out.
You want to find out?
It obviously tastes like chicken.
I'm having way too much fun making this burn.
Well... It's gonna turn into an episode of Unsolved Mysteries very quickly.
Do you all actually cook the owlbear?
That'd be hilarious. What time is it?
Real world or the game?
The game.
It's like getting on evening now.
Well, I would not suggest camping near the burning building. Perhaps we should find another place to spend the night.
Well, at least it's not near any trees. At least close enough. There's not too much of it to fall over.
There's that.
fire.
Well, we certainly have a campfire for tonight. He's
I'm
got
a
some
pyromancer,
owlbear steak
aren't
sticking
I?
on a stick and just hold it over the building. Hold over the ruins.
Vaughn would kind of shout over her to tell Raza, saying, "You might wanna move."
Yeah, it's like back away from the burning building. I don't know that this counts as a campfire. Might draw other things nearby.
Possibly. Well, at least potentially a funeral pyre. She might like strum the taps equivalent on her ukulele. Sad little tune for the family.
Did seem a little. Did it seem like it wanted to attack you, Aloric?
First, it seemed like it was trying to intimidate, but it also seemed to maybe be, so I'm not sure if it was going to attack me or not.
I only asked that because I did.
You're breaking up real badly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Saying it didn't really start attacking until I hit it.
No, it didn't. Doesn't mean it wouldn't, but it doesn't mean it would either.
Yes, I don't think owlbears are a type of creature that I would be able to talk to either way. I don't think so. Owlbears aren't beasts, are they?
Good question.
I think they're a monstrosity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. They are.
And then yeah, she wouldn't be able to talk to it.
I'll walk over to the owlbear and pluck a few feathers from it.
All right. You now have a few owlbear feathers.
Do you like to collect them?
I sort of, I guess you could say so.
And use
I've
that
never, just to see if it's ever useful in the future. You never know. When in doubt, I'll just turn it into a quill.
I think that's a sufficient amount of fire.
I think
know,
that's
yeah.
enough fire.
The building is literally just burning to blazes in front of you.
You know, there wasn't much to it in the first place.
Do you all continue on? What do you do? Actually, we should probably end it here.
Yeah, seems probably like a good idea.
Yeah.
A dead owlbear and a way too on fire building.
Yup, it's burning.
And taps being played on the ukulele.
Well then, I think this went magnificently.
Yep.
No, that was fun.
Yep, I enjoyed that.
I got to play with fire by the end. I'm happy.
That's all you wanted.
Should we
We're
be
just
afraid?
happy we all lived.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm slightly happy I didn't end up killing you guys. You know, that's all right. I was like, when you guys almost died to a direwolf, part of my brain was just like, oh, what happens when they get to the owlbear?
Yeah, with part of it is like numbers. So with only one enemy, it's a little easier than with 4. Though also that direwolf just got a really hard hit.
Man, I'm gonna need to count up all the. So you guys killed 3 wolves, the direwolf, and an owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of XP.
Yay, XP.
I mean, you guys did come out here to grind basically, and and to get more powerful.
Yes.
Okay, so that's okay. So 200 XP from the direwolf.
Oh, I do not envy this process. I'm so happy we switched to milestones. in the other one.
Milestones. Milestones can be nice, yeah.
Then there were 3 wolves, and I made their XP 30, so that's 90. Then an owlbear is 700 XP.
So just
900
under
990 XP.
divided by 4, right?
I believe that's how it works. 247.
Okay.
Did we ever get XP from the bandits from the first session? Or
No, and I'm gonna say you still don't, cause like
okay, that's fine.
unless this amount of experience gets you like close to leveling up, then I might just like get you there with that.
It gives us we're just over 50 under leveling up. Because it's 300 to.
All right, then I'll just go ahead and say that you level up to level 2 because of the bandits as well.
Okay.
Woo.
Huzzah!
That'll take it. I have to figure out what that means. Clerics, what do you get at level 2?
I choose my school on it.
Oh yeah, Vaughn gets his school, right?
All right. I'll have to figure out how to add all this, how to add things in for like things like Channel Divinity and Divine Domain in, but I'll figure that out. Or no, just Channel Divinity. And whatever my Divine Domain feature is. I don't know what that is.
Are you rolling for HP?
Oh, right.
If you want to go ahead and roll, yeah.
Okay. It's a D8. Yes.
With a lot of stuff, I'm basically just leaving it up to you guys.
7.
Stats, health, all that.
7 plus 4 plus 1. 7 plus 5. Okay.
6 plus.
Woo!
Eberian becomes the new tank.
Oh, but you no, that was with your con bonus,
Yeah,
right?
which is what you're supposed to do.
Right. No, I just rolled a straight and then
Yeah.
added it in my head. I didn't roll it with it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was asking.
I just figured it was easier to
'Cause-
do hit die roll because it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's fair.
In before Eberian becomes the new tank.
And I actually get one more. I'm a held work, so my hit dice roll wouldn't actually do it.
You don't want to
Because
Flow
that's
being
an-
a tank. We have so many
That's an
concentration spells.
extra. So she's, yeah. I now have 25 hit points. I would not almost die to that dire wolf one hit.
Unless I get a bigger dire wolf.
I said that dire wolf.
We're gonna need a bigger dire wolf.
I need to add. Okay. I'll need to add like channel divinities and things to my sheet at some point. I'm probably not gonna do that right now. It's gonna take a while. But I get 3 spell slots.
And then I'll choose my arcane tradition on my own time because I really don't have a clue of what I want.
Evocation if you want to be a battle mage, basically, or choose battle mage if you really feel.
Yeah, there's some good schools.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're going for.
I've been pondering
Just
divination in
depend.
the future because divination wizards are pretty cool.
Divination wizard would be pretty cool.
I've literally never played a wizard before, but one time I was helping somebody choose what type of wizard they wanted to be, so I copied down every single arcane tradition.
Nice. I've played an evocator, I've played a lore master, and I've played a necromancer.
I've never played a wizard, so
I've
Yeah.
I've never played anything besides a martial class.
Yeah.
I love casters.
I've played mostly casters at this point.
I played like a Pathfinder Barbarian, a Pathfinder Rogue, and just recently a 5th edition Fighter.
Nice. Yeah, fighters. I think I played like everything except for like Paladin. Well, I've played an alternate Paladin at this point, so at this point I think I've run the full gamut.
Played a bard and a sorcerer and a paladin / sorcerer and a cleric.
I'm not good at like cleric and paladin that much because I can't really get into the gods type stuff too much.
That makes sense.
Eh.
I think you got to make up a god to make it a little bit more fun rather than, super godly and all that. Kind of like with
Pray to our
Wild Mountain, the Traveler. Like, that's a fun god.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
yeah. Pray to our great god. What's his name again? Yes, of course. Belith something.
go. Barry Manilow.
Fluffa. Pray to our great god, Fluffa.
I had a friend who played a monk that was also an acolyte of the great god of beauty and love, Bowie.